Let's talk about, will My Little Pony Friendship is Magic get a complete series set released on DVD and Blu-ray? Yes. So, in case you've been hiding under a rock, ladies and gentlemen, um, Friendship is Magic, the animated version of it, not the comic book, but the animated version of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, officially ended on October 12th of last year. There is a spin-off that they got upcoming sometime in the next couple months, I would assume, called Pony Life, which I I'll be honest with you, I think it's going to be along the lines of a lot of those Littlest Pet Shop like shorts. You're getting a lot of those Super Monster Littlest Pet Shop like shorts that you get in between that run for about 15 minutes at most. So I think it's going to be along those lines. It might be longer, but again, I think it'll be along those lines. If it is a full series, a full episode, then that would be cool too. But I think Pony Life is more than likely going to be, like I said, more than likely going to be a 15-minute series, just like Littlest Pet Shop and the Super Monster stuff is. It's like, they're just there to kind of buy the time, if you will. But anyway, the question I think any fan has is, will it get a complete series set? And, is it just going to be DVD or Blu-ray? I think honestly, yes, it is going to. Yes, it is. Excuse me, there. Yes, I do believe it is going to get a complete series set. I believe that it will be on Blu-ray and not just DVD, and I think even it might get a 4K release too. Now you might say, "Well, what's taking it so long? Usually by now we get something." That's a good question because we didn't get anything last year after season 8. um, but I think we're going to get something really soon. I just don't know when it's going to be. I think the most likely scenario of any announcement being made will be within the next month at BabsCon, which takes place in Burlingame, California, outside of San Francisco, in the San Francisco region, which is kind of in my backyard. And I'm hoping maybe I can at least go for a day and see what it's like. Hoping one day, if not, then that's fine. Um, but yeah, it's basically. I'm trying to see something here. But yeah, basically, I basically feel that if we get any kind of announcement like that this year, it's going to be around BabsCon. It's going to be around BabsCon or San Diego Comic Con. That's when I feel we're going to get it. That's when I feel we're going to get something. That it'll be around BabsCon or San Diego Comic Con is when we'll get some kind of announcement that we're going to be getting a complete series set. I really do, because those are the two biggest events that pony wise you can get that kind of announcement from. And sorry, my finger hit the mic again. But I think those are the two biggest places you can get an announcement from when it comes to the series being released in some form or fashion, completely on DVD or Blu-ray. And I also believe, like I said, I think it might even get a 4K release. I do. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm probably going to be wrong. But if I am, then it's okay too. But I feel that it is going to get a complete series set release. I believe it's going to get a complete series set release on DVD, Blu-ray, and possibly, if they decide to go this route, 4K. Now, you might say, okay, but what will it be like? Well, one person, and I don't know if you can still look this up, but one person actually did a mock-up of what they believe a complete series set would look like from a Blu-ray perspective. And they basically said that from what they showed, they believe that not only will the complete series set from a Blu-ray perspective, have all the episodes as well as the specials, but it will also include the movie. Yeah, it will include the 2017 movie. Now, again, this is just a fan doing a mock-up of what they believe the complete series set would look like once it's released onto Blu-ray down the line. Now, now they could be right about it, but the only problem about possibly adding the movie is they would have to get permission from Lionsgate to do it, because Lionsgate owns the rights to the movie because they distributed it in theaters. So they'd have to get permission from Lionsgate, which I think would be okay for them to do that. And the reason I say that is because Shout Factory did release the 2-pack of both My Little Pony movies, the 86 and the 2017 one, recently on Blu-ray and DVD about a year or so ago. And, obviously they were able to work something out with Lionsgate to do that. So I think that that could be a possibility. But again, it's a wait and see game. It's a game of wait and see what happens. But I think the most likely places for the announcement would be BabsCon, which is Bay Area, which is short for Bay Area Brony Spectacular and Beyond, or San Diego Comic-Con. Those are the only two places I think we'll get some kind of an announcement as to what we'll get from a complete series standpoint. Now, excuse me. Now, one might ask, okay, well, what else would be involved in it? What else could be added to it besides the episodes and maybe the specials and if possibly the movies or the movie itself? Well, I think obviously this is what I look at. I look at it this way from a legitimate standpoint. From a more legitimate, real standpoint, this is how I see the movie or the complete series being released on Blu-ray, DVD, and possibly 4K if they go with that as well. I see all the episodes being released. I see them being separated on Blu-ray by seasons, which means this could be a massive set or it could be an individual set. You got 9 seasons, right? So I could see them taking something like season 1, giving it its own disc. I can see them giving season 2. I could see them having season 2 share a disc with season 3 because season 3 is pretty short. And then I could see them possibly having. Well, I say it this way. Let me rephrase that. I see it this way: if we get a complete series set on Blu-ray and 4K and all that, I look at it this way: from a Blu-ray perspective, I could see seasons 1 till 3 being on one disc, 4 to 6 being on another, and 7 to 9 being on another. So I see from a seasonal release point of view, I could see all 9 seasons being compiled onto 3 separate Blu-rays. That's what I see. And then as far as like additional content, I can see a 5th disc compiled of Best Gift Ever and Rainbow Road Trip, as well as a decade of Pony, which is the behind the scenes special they did that tied in with the finale back in October. I could see that. And then, of course, I could see for a 5th disc, I could see the movie. So that from a Blu-ray and possibly 4K perspective, I see seasons 1 to 3 on one disc, 4 to 6 on another, 7 to 9 on another. That's 3 Blu-ray discs. And then I see the specials, Best Gift Ever, and Rainbow Road Trip, along with some of the shorts that they broadcast on YouTube as they got ready for season 9. I could see those being shown being placed on a 4th disc, and then the 5th disc, I could see the movie is what I could see. So, like I said, from a Blu-ray perspective, if we get a complete Blu-ray set release, seasons 1 to 3 on one disc, 4 to 6 on the second disc, 7 to 9 on a third disc, and then on the fourth disc, I can see all the animated shorts that they released on YouTube, on the YouTube page. I could see Rainbow Road Trip and Best Gift Ever and a Decade of Pony, I should say, on a fourth disc, and then on a fifth disc we have the movie. So that's how I see it being released as a complete set, complete series, franchise set. So um, that to me is probably the more believable direction they could go in from both a Blu-ray and, if they decide to go in this direction, 4K release or format release. DVD wise, I would say just multiply the 3 disc by 3 more, if you will, or at least by 6 more, if you will. So that's how I think we would get it. In other words, the DVD set would be bigger. The DVD set would be complete, would compile of all the discs that we get for the seasons now, like the 2 discs that we get for each season, they would be compiled with the other 2 discs. So yeah, you're looking at like possibly 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15. You'd be looking at about a 17 disc set, 17 disc for the series, as well as bonus wise, you'd be having an 18th disc for, like I said, the specials, the Decade of Pony behind the scenes special, the shorts, and then the 19th disc you would have for the movie. So you'd have, basically, compared to a 5-disc Blu-ray and 4K release, you would have a 19-disc release for the DVD version of the complete series set. But again, that's how I see the movie. That's how I see us getting a complete series collection or series set released onto DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. Like I say, Blu-ray and 4K, I could see overall a 5-disc release, and DVD wise, I could see a 19-disc release or a 20-disc release at most. So that's honestly what I see. And if I'm wrong about it, guys, then I'm wrong. But that's honestly what I believe we're going to get. But anyway.